Okay, guys, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I am back. I had to fix mine to work, but I am back. So, guys, if you have not done so, make sure you do so. Make sure you subscribe to Cat Culture Radio. Remember, the link is pinned on top of the chat, and also is located in the community tab in this page. With my good man Prince Hakeem, my good man New Jordan Era. We had a dope episode where we had different people having different conversations about does is respect more important than love. That was a dope conversation we had. Shout out to Nikki Baby, she came on the panel. We had the Susan in the chat who also gave a great intake on do respect and love really matters. So it was just a great show. So make sure you subscribe to KL Culture Radio. The link is pinned on top of the chat. So this one right here, guys. This one I really want to do because I saw the trending, and not only that, it was also a topic right now about not a topic, but actually a study was done about how do black women deal with mental health on a different level than other women do. And this one right here, it showed that it was a young mother, and she was having a mental breakdown, and while she was having a mental breakdown, she involved her children, and one of her son died, got freeze and died. Of course, I played audio, but it's just very sad, and it showed you the point how black women really do need the black man in their lives, and not only that, but they need help and they need support from brothers, from the men. And now, since mental health is starting to become more of an awareness, and more people are talking more about it, which is great. You can kind of see that a lot of our women, when I mean women, I mean black women, are suffering from it, and then the end result is hurting the kids at the end result. That's why it's so important to have the black fathers in the kid's life and also in the mother's life as well, because sometimes dealing with a child can be very very difficult. Now you can talk for me. I don't have any kids. However, I do have nephew and niece who is who does become a challenge to my sisters. So just imagine if they didn't have a man in their life. I know it would have been 10 times harder. So seeing this woman go through this is very, very sad. And I just want to talk about it and get my reaction to it. But right now I'm gonna play an audio clip. So sit back, have some water like me, have some water as you listen in. But I'm telling you guys, this is very touching. And after I'm done, I will put the link in the chat so y'all can go back and listen to it. But it's very, very, very touching.
Die after taking refuge in an overgrown park. Fox 2's Jessica Dupnack is live with more. And Jessica, I mean, it is a heartbreaking story.
Very heartbreaking.
Unbelievable. I'm not sure I've ever covered something quite like this. And the sheriff tonight saying that this is all indicative of a mental health crisis that 35-year-old Monica Kennedy was in. And I want you to think about this. For about 2 days, she and her 3 children were wandering through Pontiac, barely clothed. We're talking about 10-year-old Lily, that's the daughter, 9-year-old Kyle, and 3-year-old Malik. Now, this all started about 3 weeks ago. The family says they noticed Monica started acting bizarrely, really something they hadn't seen before.
Hey, Realistic. Thank you for coming.
The family really just wandering through the streets of Pontiac when they had a home. She lived in an apartment with those kids, and they had a house. On Saturday afternoon sometime, they showed up in the area of Branch and Gillespie. They were knocking on doors. Monica was telling these folks in the neighborhood that they were hungry. People tried to give her money. She wouldn't accept it, and that's when they started wandering into this overgrown area near Crystal Lake there. And she had told the kids that she believed that someone was after them, trying to kill them, that it was all a big conspiracy. That it was all a conspiracy or something like that. And that's when she told the kids to lay down, where they all laid down in this field. And the only one, sadly, that woke up was Lily. She put on her mom's coat and ran for help. Man. And that's when police later discovered Monica with the 2 little boys there, just 9 and 3 years old. We talked to Monica's brother, who says that he had never seen anything like this from her. He had been searching all weekend. Let's take a listen.
Yeah, Realistic. It's really sad. So really sad.
And it's just so sad that they were so young. They didn't even get the experience.
Because the mom was dealing with mental health.
I just want to know what happened? What was in her system? Like, I need answers to that so I can know what type of state of mind she was on. It's never, ever have been her.
Oakland County Sheriff Michael Bouchard really pushing the mental health services in Oakland County at an earlier press conference. He did say that family did not reach out to the sheriff's office. They did get some 911 calls throughout the weekend of someone walking through Pontiac without many clothes on, not dressed appropriately, but they really didn't have all the pieces to the puzzle. Every time they would go out to that area, they'd be nowhere to be found. And that little girl, 10-year-old, brave little Lily, she said that her mom told her if anyone were to approach them, that they were to run. So really just a breakdown overall. You'll hear more from the sheriff on those mental health services and a little more on what happened coming up later at 6. But for now, reporting live, Jessica Dupnack, Fox 2 News.
Yeah, but I'm gonna finish playing it. But it just shows you that a lot of our sisters, our Black women, are suffering from mental health issues. Yes, we can talk about the things the Black woman is not doing in the community. Yeah, we can talk about the Black man. But at the end of the day, a lot of people are suffering from mental health issues on a higher number than ever before. I think ever since this pandemic started, it's just that a lot of people have been losing themselves, and a lot of people, it's hard for them to find themselves. So I'm reading stories after stories after stories of Black women, in particular, are suffering with mental health issues on a higher scale. But instead of Black men blaming the Black woman for everything, they should pay attention. Like, wait a minute, this woman really do need my support. She really do need me to talk to her and see what's really going on. And D'Souza made a good point. The family was aware, but D'Souza, I'll be honest, I'm dealing with someone right now in my family that's dealing with mental health issues. Sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes it's hard because you could talk to the person, but sometimes the person will not open up to you. You could try as hard as you can and be like, hey, tell me what's wrong, tell me what's going on, and the person just closed themselves, is just closed-minded. I think they don't want to tell their family what's really going on to hurt the family, so they rather talk to a therapist or someone outside of the family. And I think that what makes a family member hard. Like, because someone like me, I am dealing with that right now on a personal level of a family member that is dealing with mental health issues. So, like I say, this thing is really, really serious. I see how it can really destroy kids, and as you can see, 2 little ones was killed because of the aspect of it. And it's not the mother's fault, because I know a lot of people, it's the mother's fault. It's not the mother's fault. Sometimes a person can really lose themselves. And that's the thing I don't really understand about life. Sometimes you try to explain things and you try to understand things, but some things is just you just don't understand especially when it comes to a woman, you just don't know what a woman is really going through unless she really open herself up to you. And I think men got to find a way to start communicating with their baby mamas and their wives on the aspect of what's really going on. What is really going on? Like, hey, are you okay today? Like, really saying that, not to try to get in the woman's pants, but really saying that on a mental scale. Like, hey, what's really going on? Are you okay? I don't think a lot of men know. Like, a lot of women have a lot of suicidal thoughts on a daily basis. A lot of women today don't feel like they want to pray anymore. A lot of women feel like today they just want to be excluded and just exit out from life, period. But men don't know how to communicate to a woman or even know how to have a woman open up. And I think that's what guys get mad at the Pookie and Ray Rays a lot, because even though a lot of men don't understand the Pookies and the Ray Rays, but the Pookies and the Ray Ray know how to talk to a woman and aspect of know how to open her up on an emotional level. Men don't know how to open a woman up on an emotional level. We think we do, but we really don't. So, but me saying that, and we're going to finish listening to it, but me just saying that, it's just heartbreaking because at the end of the day, kids was involved and kids was hurt. And I think y'all guys already know, people going to come out with video, it was a Black woman's fault. And I'm just tired of that. I'm just tired of them blaming Black women for everything. Sometimes not always the Black woman's fault. Sometimes the woman really needs help. Really do. D'Souza, that's true. We have to take the kids away for their own protection until the parents get facts. Preach, girl, preach. That's facts. But remember, I'm being honest. I think me and Hakeem and Jordan, we talk about it a lot. A lot of men today don't really want to take on that responsibility. We say we do, but we really don't. We really don't. We really don't. We really don't. You know, the data could back that up. Like, a lot of men really don't want to take care of the kids. Now, there's a small group of men that do. I'm not gonna lie. There's a small group of men, but majority of the men don't want that responsibility because taking care of a kid is a lot of work. I mean, it is a lot of work. It is a lot of work. You know, I have nieces and nephews, a lot of them, and trust me, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. But I think it need to be more of awareness about women's mental health, especially Black women. I think men need to speak to Black women on an emotional level and stop trying to blame them from everything and really have a communication with them in the aspect of, hey, what's wrong? What is wrong? So let me just finish playing the audio so y'all can hear the news. But this is really sad. I'm going to put the link in the chat so y'all can take a look, but it's really, really sad.
I was going to ask Jessica, I mean, it sounds like that during this apparent mental health episode, she did go to several people that at least would recognize that something wasn't quite right. It sounds like they did call 911 or at least try to alert somebody, but because they didn't have all the pieces, really nothing could be done.
Yeah, and the sheriff did say, you know, he's not blaming the family in any capacity. They did try to intervene, but really it had nothing. They hadn't seen this before. They didn't really know where to turn. And that's why the sheriff really pushing hard today. There are mental health services out there. You can call for yourself, for your family. We will put that information on our website because obviously we don't want to see this again.
Absolutely. Good to know. All right, Jessica, thank you.
And I think the police need to get more involved. Like, if somebody calls, they shouldn't just ignore the call. Like, there's really nothing we can do. Take that person to go get some help because at the end of the day, someone could be really, really affected, really, really hurt. And this was happening. And I'm glad that these news anchor, which I'm going to put in the chat now, I'm glad that these news anchor is bringing a sense of awareness to this because the police department need to do better. And the situation occurred in Detroit. It happened in Detroit. So the news anchor need to be more, not more news anchor, but the police department need to be more serious on it when they get calls like that and say, hey, there's nothing we can do. No, take the person to get help. You know, our taxpayers dollars pay for those things. So I think if the person needs the help, let them get the help. Give me 1 second. I'm going to just put it in the chat now. But it's crazy. It is crazy. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to put it right in the chat for you guys so y'all can take a look. Wow, man. This world we live in today is just a very, very sad world. It's just a very sad world we live in today. It's the links for you guys to take a look at it, and y'all can do a reaction to it too, because I think the more people that we have awareness to this, the more things could change within our community, and I think we need to start being more there for our sisters and start blaming her for every little thing, because they really need us Black men, and I think they need us now more than ever. Real talk. This is funny. but anyhow, guys, if y'all not yet, make sure you subscribe to KL Culture Radio. Remember the link is pinned up on the top of the chat, and also is in the community. Also is in the community tab. I'm coming right back on another one. So if you're here, switch on over. I'm coming right back with another topic. This one is actually a former NFL player. Former NFL player is charged with kidnapping. So you do not want to miss this one. So switch on over. I'm coming right back. Talk to you guys later. Peace.